let us focus on something called as demand. Now, what is demand? What is demand? Willingness to pay. Good. Demand is the quantity of goods demanded by consumers, right? What do you mean by quantity of goods demanded by consumers? When they are demanding a certain quantity of goods, it has got an interesting prerequisite condition. What is that condition? Consumers are willing and able to purchase at a given price and in a given period of time. Now focus on this. You should understand what is demand, what is want, what is need, etc. Okay. How many of you have got a dream car in your mind? What's a dream car? చెప్తానికి BMW అంతేనా? నో, ఫెరారీ. ఓకే, మెర్సిడెస్ బెంజ్, ఎస్యూవి ఆర్ సెడన్ ఆర్ మేబ్యాక్ వర్షన్, ఏదో ఒకటి ఫ్రీగానేగా. ఓకే, సో యూ వాంట్ మర్క్. వాట్స్ నేమ్? Amani, Rohan. Amani want to buy Ferrari. Rohan want to buy Mercedes Benz, right? Can we say these two incidents as demand for Ferrari and demand for Mercedes Benz? Yes? The answer is no, sir. Why? They have a desire or want in their heart to buy a favorite car or favorite mobile or favorite two-wheeler or favorite house, right? But what about their ability to purchase at a given price? What is the price of Mercedes? Which edition? S class, E class, C class, S class. Maybach, it is 2.5 crore. Right? భయపడకు కొనంగా. Why are you worried, tensed? You don't have to pay anything. 2.5 crore. Right? Ferrari goes around 4.5 crore. Have you got the ability to buy? This is a given price at a given point of time. Today this is a price. 5 years ago it is 2 crore. After 5 years it may become 6 crore. So at a given period of time, at a given point of time, the given price is 4.5 crore. Your willingness to pay 4.5 crore to get this good is called demand. So I'm just giving you the difference between want, desire and demand. In these two conditions, you don't have to have the ability to pay or purchase it. But the moment I am using the word demand, inevitably it means what? You should have that weight in the pocket. So, define what is demand. Two words should not be missed in the definition. Willingness of consumer, ability of consumer to purchase a good at a given price at a given point of time. So this is about demand. Now the question is, what is law of demand? What is the law of demand? Law of demand says, with increase in price, quantity demanded decreases, and with decrease in price, quantity demanded increases. That means if price increases, it leads to decrease in quantity demanded. QD represents quantity demanded. P represents price. Up arrow represents increase. Down arrow represents. This is called the relationship between price and demand. Now, next. If price is decreasing, quantity of demand will increase. Right? This is called a law of demand. How should we believe this? We'll take an example and then we'll try to prove that this law of demand is very true. Now, let us take an example. So, I need some names. As usual, my favorite in the class, Rohan. Uh, what's the name? సాయి. దాని అర్థం మిగతా వాళ్ళంటే నా పడదని కాదు, జెండర్ జస్టిస్ చేద్దాం. అనిల. వాట్స్ ద నేమ్? Sounds good. Sindhu. 4 people, right? All of them has one particular demand, that is iPhone. Price of iPhone is 1 lakh. Sindhu says, if it is 20,000, I'll buy. If it is 20,000, I'll buy. Anila says, if it is 40,000, I'm ready to buy. Sai says, if it is 60,000, I'm ready to buy. Rohan says, if it is 80,000, I'm ready to buy. And what's the name? Oh God. Sinjana says, Costa Tokka. Cost doesn't matter. I purchase how much it is in the market. She is least bothered about the price. Okay? Right? Now, let us see the graph. Always on y-axis, you're supposed to consider price. On x-axis, quantity demanded. Right? Now, so 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, 80,000 and 1 lakh. Right? If look at the graph. If price of iPhone is 1 lakh, there are 5 people in the market. How many of them are agreeing to buy? Willingness, ability to purchase. So, and who is ready to buy here? It is Sinchana. If price is 80,000, who will buy? Rohan. Only Rohan or somebody else is also ready to buy? ఆదిత్య అని పిలుస్తారు ఎప్పటి నుంచి. తను అంటే ఎవరో? అట్లా చెప్పు. రైట్? If the price is 60,000, Sudeep, Sai, Rohan and Sinchana are ready to buy. If the price is 40,000, if the price is 20,000, if it is 40,000, how many people will buy? 4. Who are they? Here, Sinchana, Rohan, Sai, Anila plus Sindhuja. JHA. Ah, right. Now, let us plot the curve. Join all the lines. What do you call this? This line is demand curve. How is it sloping? Upwards, downwards? It is sloping downwards. To which side? Left side, right side? Remember, sloping downwards and sloping to the right side, right? Remember this. Now, according to this graph, what did you understand regarding the relationship between price and demand? Very good. Can I say quantity demanded for any good is inversely proportional to the price? What do you mean by inversely proportional? If one variable decreases, the another variable increases. ఒక వేరియబుల్ తగ్గింది అంటే ఇంకొక వేరియబుల్ పెరుగుతుంది. కెన్ ఐ సే quantity demanded is inversely proportional to price? Right? I can say that, I guess. Now, in this equation, how many of you are from engineering background? Including me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. Then. Those from engineering background, try to understand. There are two variables in this relationship. Am I right? What is dependent variable? What is independent variable? Think and then answer. You should. Price is కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా ధైర్యంగా ఎట్లా చెప్పాలి? ప్రైస్ ఈజ్ డిపెండెంట్, ఇండిపెండెంట్. రైట్, వెరీ గుడ్. ప్రైస్ ఈజ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ వేరియబుల్ while quantity demanded is dependent variable. Dependent on who? On price. How do you know what is the relationship? If price is increasing, it leads to decrease in quantity demanded. If price is decreasing, it leads to increase in quantity of goods that is demanded. So keep this in mind, understand the relationship. Okay, now anybody in the class who do not understand this graph, you should understand this graph to understand what is a law of demand. And without understanding this, we don't understand what is a normal good, what is an inferior good, what is a Giffen good, what is a Veblen good, and what are the different kinds of elasticities, like price elasticity demand, income elasticity demand, etc. So all these concepts are depending on this simple graph. If you don't understand, try to think If you don't understand, let me explain one more time. If not, copy this. How do we prove that increase in price leads to decrease in demand? Decrease in price leads to increase in demand. The answer is in the graph. If the price of iPhone is at 1 lakh rupees, how many people are willing to buy? 1. If it is 20,000, how many people are willing to buy? 5. That means if price is decreasing, quantity demanded for the same good is increasing. Remember this relationship. Once you're done with this, open the graph. Done? Okay. Now, use common sense. Let us think about determinants of demand. What do you mean by determinants of demand? Very good. Factors that are responsible for demand. Share some factors that are responsible for demand. Okay, let us accept that. Price, disposable income. Why to bring disposable income, then personal income, then taxation? Let us say income levels of who? Consumers, right? So first one is price, second one is income levels of consumers. What could be the third reason? ఒక గూడ్ అనుకోండి మైండ్లో. No, regarding demand for a good, think about a good so that we can keep it as a reference and find out the determinants of demand for that particular good. ఏమో తెలుగు టు తెలుగు కూడా అర్థం కావట్లేదు. ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చలో. బిర్యానీ. Biryani sounds good. Being Hyderabad, you are living in Hyderabad, you should supposed to do justice to biryani, right? Biryani is a demand, good that is in the discussion. What are the factors that determine demand for biryani? As you said, price. We'll come to that. Right, very good. Because of bird flu, what is happening to demand? No, there is something else in between. Bird flu వచ్చింది కాబట్టి ప్రైస్ తగ్గించారు. అంతేనా? Why? Chicken price decreased and people are not willing to buy. How do you make people to buy biryani one more time? Reduce the price. So, price of the product is the determining factor, right? First one is price of the product. Okay, what is second one? You said income of who? Income of consumers. Third one. Ability means income, my friend. You got money in your pocket, you go and buy. You don't have money, you don't buy. What else could be the factors that create demand for biryani? Taste and choice of consumers. Anything else? You said something, Abhishek. What is substitute for biryani? Pulao, right? పులావ్ తెలవదమ్మా? ఏ ఊరు మీది? ఏ ఊరు? వరంగల్. అచ్చా, రైట్. సో ప్రైస్ ఆఫ్ substitute goods and complementary goods. That could be one I'll explain, don't worry, I'll explain everything. That could be one factor that is determining the demand for biryani. What else? అది టేస్ట్ చాయిస్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోద్ది కదమ్మా. You go to Green Park, biryani is 500. You go to Bawarchi, biryani is 200. You go to ITC Kakatiya, biryani is 2000. You go to ITC Kohinoor, that is the richest place to buy biryani, it is 3200. That's it. So quality means what? The place you want to go and eat, that is nothing but your choice or preference. Then what? Trending, right? We are in Hyderabad, but your observation is good. We'll use that point in some other context, remember that. What else can I say? Future rise in price of biryani. Imagine చేయండి, ఈవేళ I think you are very familiar with this kind of news item in news. You are eating lunch and there is a scroll on the TV channel. It is about rise in price of petrol from 12 a.m. midnight. ఇవాళ అర్ధరాత్రి నుంచి పెట్రోల్ రేట్లు పెరుగుతున్నాయి, ₹2, ₹2 ఇంక్రీజ్. ఏం చేస్తారు మీరు? వాట్ డూ యూ డూ? ఓకే అంటారా? You take your vehicle, go to the nearby petrol station and you fill the tank. Why you are filling the tank today itself, though you are not using it today? Because you are predicting or you got information that price of petrol will increase after some time. Okay, same kind. Bawarchi choda heading పెట్టాడు, ఒక బ్యానర్ పెట్టాడు. From 28th Feb 2025, price of biryani will increase by ₹50. ఏం చేస్తారు? ముందోడు తింటాం ఫస్ట్, పడి ఉంటుంది కడుపులో అని, రైట్? సో కెన్ ఐ సే future increase in price, that means expectations of consumers regarding future rise in price of a product. ఈవేళ పెట్రోల్ రేపు ఉండదు రేటు, ఈవేళ 105, ఇట్ మే గో టు 107 టుమారో. వాట్ డు ఐ డూ? యాజ్ మచ్ యాజ్ పాసిబుల్ ఐ ఫిల్ మై ట్యాంక్, రైట్? వై ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ దట్? As a result, don't you think demand for the product is increasing today? Right? What else? What else is a determining factor for demand of a good? We'll come to that. Price and income will take care of type of goods. Can I say size of the market? What is market size? I'll give an example. Phone teyaleda? Okay, right. Consider this as a phone. And this is a small town. This class itself is a small town. That means what is the size of this market? Class A. Right? This class itself is a market because our class is a town. I am demanding one iPad. So in the market, what is the demand for this product? One. Why? Only one. How many are in the class students? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 plus 1. 21 people are there in the market. Only one individual is demanding a good. This is called individual demand or household demand. If everybody in the class is demanding same thing, that is called market demand. Market demand is also called as what? Total sum of individual demand or household demand. I am demanding one iPad. You are demanding another. You are demanding another. What if I add everybody's demand? Total individual demand or total household demand, that is equal to what? Market demand, right? So size of the market is important factor in determining, I would say, size of the market. What else? Next one. వచ్చిందా? గుర్తు వచ్చిందా? అసలు కొట్టుకో ఇట్లా ఎట్లా వస్తుంది. Heard about something called as special circumstances. Chalo, let us take the example of biryani itself. Generally, though we don't practice it, our elders advise us not to eat biryani during one season. Which is that season? ఒక సీజన్లో బిర్యానీ తినొద్దు అంటారు. ఎందుకు? నెవర్ హర్డ్ దిస్ అడ్వైస్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎల్డర్స్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్యామిలీ? యువర్ లక్కీ. You don't have any grandparents alive? Oh God, then fortunately my maternal grandmother, she is no longer, but she used to advise me when she was alive. సమ్మర్లో చికెన్ తినకూడదు, బిర్యానీ తినకూడదు. ఎందుకు? వేడి చేస్తుంది. అదేమన్నా మైక్రోవేవ్ వేడి చేసుకోవడానికి. వాట్ ఈస్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ హియర్? ఇన్ సమ్మర్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఈట్ బిర్యానీ చికెన్, ఇట్ విల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ యువర్ బాడీ టెంపరేచర్ and you feel uncomfortable, right? So naturally, if you go by there are some people who follow these things. Let us take two seasons, summer, winter. In which season naturally the demand for biryani increases? Winter. Relatively in summer, what happens to demand for biryani? Decreases. Or I can use ice cream as an example. Ice cream తింటావు కదా, క్రీమ్ స్టోన్ పోతావు లేదా? సరే, క్రీమ్ స్టోన్ నీ దగ్గరికి వస్తుంది లేరా రోహన్? స్విగ్గీ జొమాటోలు పెట్టుకోవచ్చు కదా. వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ టు డిమాండ్ ఫర్ ఐస్ క్రీమ్ ఇన్ సమ్మర్? ఇంక్రీజెస్. వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ టు డిమాండ్ ఫర్ ఐస్ క్రీమ్ ఇన్ వింటర్స్ ఆర్ రైనీ సీజన్? Decreases, right? That means season plays a role in determining demand for a good, right? For example, basic medicines. During which season or under which circumstance basic medicines are very, very important and in high demand? Imagine there is a natural calamity. What do you do when there is a natural calamity? Say for example floods. Anybody from Vizag in the class? No one? Oh God. Heard about something called as hudud? What happened because of hudud to Vizag? The entire city got almost on its knees. People struggled anything for a milk packet, right? For paracetamol tablet, for basic electricity to charge your mobile phones, and to switch on the motor so that you get water from the sump into the tank and then you can take shower or any addressing any nature call. That means life has come to a halt, right? In that context, even milk packet, very basic good, seems to be in high demand, right? Therefore I can say special circumstances. What do you mean by special circumstances? Here itself you can write seasons, natural calamities, etc. Okay. Now, how many factors we have identified that determine something called as a demand for a good? 7. Naina kangar padaddu. Now we have to draw graphs for all the factors. Why graphs? Through graphs we understand the concept. Don't get scared. In the engineering college laga intermediate la graph lepesan bhayapadaddu. These are very simple graphs where you try to understand two variables with the help of third variable. When it comes to income, from income onwards, am I discussing about price? No. That means at times price is constant. Therefore, what is that variable that is creating change in demand? I said increase in income leads to increase in demand for goods. Decrease in income leads to decrease in demand for goods. Simple example. How do you know this? You got 1 lakh in your pocket. I got 10,000. Would I spend the way you are spending money? Why? My income levels are low, therefore my demand is low. Your income levels are high, your demand is high. In this case, price is not the constraint. That means when I am plotting a graph using price on the y-axis. ఇది y-axis, ఇది x-axis. ఇది అయితే తెలుసు కదా. On the y-axis always you are supposed to plot price. On the x-axis always quantity demanded. Right now, regarding price of the product, what happens if price is increasing? Demand ఏమవుద్దమ్మా? ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుద్ది. ఎందుకు? ప్రైస్ పెరిగితే డిమాండ్ ఎందుకు పెరిగింది అమ్మా? జస్ట్ బిఫోర్ నేనే చెప్పాను ప్రైస్ పెరిగితే డిమాండ్ పెరిగిందని. ప్రైస్ ఈజ్, సరే మనం ఒక గ్రాఫ్ వేసామా ఐఫోన్లో ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఒకసారి చూడండి. అది చూడండి, ఒకసారి చూసి అర్థం చేసుకోండి. దెన్ గివ్ మీ ది ఆన్సర్. డిమాండ్ డిక్రీజ్. వెరీ గుడ్, వండర్ఫుల్. నౌ what if price is decreasing? Demand increases. Did you get the relationship? If price is increasing, demand decreases. If price is decreasing, demand increases. Both the conditions were already shown in a graph. That is the first graph you have drawn. Right now, listen one thumb rule. In economy, we use a phrase called ceteris paribus, or some pronounce it as ceteris paribus. Then ardham endi? Ceteris paribus means when all other things are constant. I am discussing about price and quantity. Even in that context, all these factors come into picture, but we ignore them. Okay, but we ignore them. For example, meeku baga ardhamela chepta. You are going to eat ice cream. What is the driving force behind you taking a decision of going to cream stone and eating an ice cream? The desire, willingness, and then you got money in the pocket, right? Don't you think other factors are also influencing that action or the decision of demanding ice cream? What are they? Imagine you are running high on fever, 103 fever undi. Tintara? Tinru. Healthy state of health ఉంది, అప్పుడు you are very healthy, then you will eat. And you are sick, then you don't eat. Did I mention that? Did I mention that? That means we are not supposed to consider those things. When you are focusing on two variables, the remaining variables will be considered as constant. అంటే అవి అసలు కన్సిడర్లోకి తీసుకోము. అర్థమైందా? Right. Now come to income. Okay, draw the graph. Here it is price, here it is quantity demanded. Now, what is the relationship between income and demand? If income is increasing, it leads to increase in demand. If income is decreasing, it leads to decrease in demand. Right? Now, this is my demand at income level X. Remember, this is demand curve at income level X. What if my income is X plus 1? In which direction the demand curve shifts? Think and answer. This is a demand curve if my income levels are X. In which direction the demand curve shifts if my income levels are X plus 1? Ida? Okay. Koppadku Rohan. I would say this, right? Here you could see the shift outwards, right side. Why this is so? Because you are having more income levels. What if income is X minus 1? Very good. Now, can we write a statement based on the relationship? Yes or no? What is the statement you're supposed to write? If income increases, if income levels of consumers increases, if income levels of consumers increases, demand curve shifts towards right side, shifts towards right side. If income levels of consumers decreases, then right or left? Demand curve shifts to inwards or left side. Did you get it? Now listen to me. So there is a price P1. At this price, okay, at my income level, I purchased so many goods. Okay, I purchased QD1 means quantity demanded in the first case. Why I am buying this much? What does this graph mean? Total goods you are buying. అర్థం కాల అనూష అమ్మా ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ వై యాక్సిస్ తెలుసు కదా. ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడ పోయిందంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంది? ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇటు పోయిందంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంది? ఇంక్రీజ్. ఇక్కడ ఏముంటుంది? ఓరే, here you do have 0 towards this direction, it is positive. So at this price and at a certain income level X, I am buying these many clothes, right? My salary got increased. Price is not changing, price is constant here. Why? I am referring between what variables? Income and demand. So price is constant, right? I got more income. As a result, what do I do? Will I buy more goods or less goods? డబ్బులు ఎక్కువ ఉంటే ఎక్కువ కొంటాం కదా. సో at the same price now, so before my price income levels increased, this is the demand curve. After my income levels increased, this is the demand curve. The shift is towards, this is what we proved.